2299. All right. Hard conversations. One of the biggest topics we've dealt with in the last couple of months. Coincidentally, second Friday in 2021. We're talking the DNA saga. Everywhere you turn on social media now, people are talking about paternity test, DNA, this one, that one. Is it really that serious? Is it peculiar to Nigeria, or is it happening all over the world?
It's peculiar to Nigeria.
Why is it peculiar to that? They have paternity test in the US, Joe. They have a show called Paternity.
You know,
the paternity court is a show. It cannot be peculiar to Nigeria.
Let me tell you this. Okay, according to allafrica.com, Nigeria is actually the second highest rate of paternity fraud. This is it, if you don't believe it.
No, hold on. What's the first? Should I take a guess? South Africa.
You know.
The two biggest economies in Nigeria, in Africa. South Africa
when
is
South Africans come for you, you will come back by yourself.
But they are number one, right?
I'm not going to answer that because I have a South African heritage. Now, Thomason, paternity fraud is the pretense.
Wait. You're not going to answer that because you have a Nigerian heritage too. So why would you mention Nigeria?
But why would you mention South Africa? Do you want them to come for me?
They don't come for you. I'm the one saying it.
But I still go there.
From allafrica.com, is it true or false?
Okay, we'll talk about it. Thomason, now, paternity fraud is the pretense of a person on the claim of a man that he has fathered a child. And we know the story. I sent you some pictures.
Do you want to break this?
Yes, I want to.
Do you want
Did you see the video of Mr. Patrick who took his son to his wife's office and said, come here? He called the wife out. He said, I want to see all your colleagues in this office. I want to know who this child resembles. Because I can tell this boy does not resemble me. And the woman was saying, go back home. We'll settle it at home. He said, no, I want to see your boss. I want to know who this boy resembles. Now, there was another slide I sent you of a Nigerian guy who is black and the wife is black. And the man was like, I want to thank God for blessing me and my wife with our firstborn child. My wife works in a Chinese company. Do you remember that?
I saw the picture. And the boy looks Chinese.
Now, I tweeted there and I said, should we tell him the truth? Because the truth is, come on, it's so glaring. We don't even need DNA. You know, there are some people, their DNA and their genes are so strong that when you see their offsprings, you can tell. Can I give you an example?
Yes.
Baba, all the children of Two-Face
look like him.
There's no need for DNA. We know he's a fruitful vine. You get what I'm talking about? But when you come down to two people having a child that don't look like any of them, and the woman is working, and there is room for doubt or suspicion, then there is a problem. Like the story making rounds of Mr. Tunde Thomas, alias Tunde Gentle, the 45-year-old guy who died of a heart attack that found out his wife gave birth to their two children for the MD of FCMB. You heard that story. That's been trending.
I don't understand you people.
What do you not understand?
I don't understand.
It's a true story.
Don't say it's
the woman left the country, got abroad, and then called the man to open up to him that she's sorry, the two children and the two boys are not his, therefore her boss, and she has relocated. And then she filed for custody so that they won't allow the man coming, claiming that he was violent on her. Meanwhile, the man is actually called Tunde Gentle because he's so gentle. He can't hurt a fly. So the pain, the heartbreak got him. So I don't understand when you say...
I don't understand you people. I didn't say I feel for the man, the situation and all that.
Okay,
but that story is one I don't want to talk about. Is it by force to talk about it?
You have to talk about it, Thomason.
Why?
You just have to talk. Okay.
It's in the news already. Why am I talking about a story that is in the news?
Okay, I think I need to do paternity test for you. Now, did you see the picture I sent you of a Reverend Father in a child dedication, and then the baby looks so much like the Reverend Father? and then they circled the face of the child and the face of the father. And the person who posted the picture
are troublemakers.
the person who posted it wrote wicked priest.
You people are troublemakers, but you know what? Let's be sincere. Yorubas will say, any obìnrin ló mẹ́ni tó bímọ fún. But do you know that there's this mystery when a child lives with a man for a while? Do you know the child will look like a man? But not in the case of the Chinese boy and the Nigerian boy.
Tell me, say, there are just some that are so glaring that can
I'm not saying they're not glaring. I'm not saying they're not
never
glaring.
look like you.
I'm not saying they're not glaring. I'm just saying. So I think that concept has been there in the culture for so long a time. Or why do you think? Do you know from time immemorial, our mothers will get pregnant, and then they will marry another man, and the man will assume that it's the owner of the pregnancy.
Tommy said, no, let me give you a recent story. Just here in Abeokuta. This woman got pregnant, gave birth to twins. She was living with her husband, and the twins, they were calling the man Baba Beji. He was already called Baba Beji. And 4 years down the line, another elderly man came to claim the children. And they went for DNA test and found out that elderly man is actually the father.
And they don't need to go for DNA test now. I say Yorubas say that it is the woman that knows who the baby is.
No, there's medical science, there's DNA now.
I'm just telling you.
That's
if you ask the woman, if you ask the woman very
she will choose the one who has money.
Nah.
Or the one she likes. But the truth is, like according to the website I just quoted, 1 in every 10 right now are not clear.
You see, that's why I usually just find it difficult to understand why people want to have children when they're not ready for the concept.
You know,
just tie boys down with pregnancy
these days.
They've been doing it since we were kids. So,
did you see what Blessing, the filmmaker, said? She said, if we go back to doing what God said we should do, like abstaining from sex till we get married, she said there will be no room to suspect your partner that this child is not for me. And at the end of the day, that trust will be there.
From the very beginning.
But because we are testing it, and all of a sudden it hooked. And I once met a woman in East Africa who told me, she said, I wouldn't have married this man if I didn't get pregnant for him. Right now she has 3 kids for him and she's so miserable because the man has 2 other women outside, and he takes priority in funding them more than in funding the one at home.
Let's be sincere. You see, the entire concept of marriage, I was going to go there with the other topic we're talking about, but I said we should suspend it. The entire concept of marriage is not forced. Having a child for somebody does not mean you should marry the person. You see, if you know, you see the signs. You're even lucky you are pregnant and you're not yet married to the person. If you are pregnant for someone and you know you're going to be miserable if you marry the person, you better live as a single woman with your child and have peace of mind than enter into that marriage and be miserable for the rest of your life.
But Tomison, can you now see where purpose comes in?
You don't see the problem when you now decide. That's why I said I wanted to go there when we're talking about purpose. But I just felt, okay, let's postpone it to next week. Because imagine that all of that is in place. How do you fulfill purpose in that kind of
atmosphere? It's going to be really tough.
How?
It's really going to be tough because at the end of the day, you will be disappointed.
It will make no sense.
Keep you on the spot. You know, I saw a video trending of Kanayo, and I checked one of the pictures I saw online, and he was smiling. And somebody put a caption there, after doing a DNA test and finding out your first child that you're about to use for ritual is not actually yours. So
and you find out that the person is not your child.
It's not yours. So you get to a point where you understand that sometimes women choose the wrong father for their children because of their security. Because of their
personal security.
Personal gains.
And you know what I've always said, which I would say again and again, is the fact that you must recognize the place of your personal security. Being you, the one who is going to supply that security for yourself.
Tommy, yes, being you.
Don't look
Not
at it.
recognize it and put it on another man and then lie about it. We need to draw the line.
Don't say because I want to be secured, I'll marry a rich man. You want to marry a rich man, what if he gets poor tomorrow? And you are not the one who is rich? You had better be rich and let the man be rich as well, so that your lives will be secure. But don't worry, we still need to talk about this again next week. We still need to talk about it, because you see, when purpose mixes with this DNA, they are actually related.
Very, very related. The reason why so many women will lie about the paternity of their children is because they are not in their purpose. And do you know, we have so many aimless, helpless, and hopeless people in this part of the world. They're everywhere.
Who are even going to help you to fulfill some of these things? They'll help you to complicate your life.
You know, my prayer, Tommy, says that more people, especially our women, will start getting into positions whereby they are able to fulfill purpose, and then they get to a point whereby they don't really need the help of a man. Let me give you an instance before we go. In Ethiopia, it is 50-50. There's a law. If you employ 50% of men, 50% of women, there must be a balance. Kenya just started it. But here, we have not really taken that into cognizance.
We'll do 30% affirmation.
We really need to take it up.
Yes, we will keep talking about this again next week on the